wondering, and I think it's a really neat idea to have California as the center as you're talking about. My one question is as far as world perception, how does world perception of California being a part of the United States, how does that affect things relative to the way the world perceives Switzerland over those 200 years, being, let's say, being neutral?
Great question, a lot. Here's the answer. 200 years ago, Switzerland was not neutral, it was a state of France. It was a subnationally sovereign state of France. When it went to Europe and said, we can be your neutral negotiation center, trust us, Europe bought it. When they made the strategic decision as Swiss people to become the negotiation center, then later on, they made neutrality as an official policy. They made banking secrecy as an official policy. They did not start that way. They started as subnationally sovereign, got the agreement from Europe, and then moved forward to the Switzerland that we know today. So if they can do it, we can do it.
I think we have time for like 2 more questions. I know that we're running over a little bit anyway, but what? Okay. Scott.
Craig.
Oh, Craig, I'm sorry.
Craig.
With the largest number of congressmen of any of the 50 states, why is that money not coming back to us from the federal government from our taxes, those benefits? Why?
Because you're unaware and it's a lot of money, so why give it up? They can milk this cow till it's sick, and they don't care. They've done it for 30 years. I've done the speech at 35 cities. On average, 5% of each group is aware of any of this. Californians are vastly ignorant of these facts. That's why they can get away with it.
I mean, the congressmen are unaware of it too?
Yes.
Okay, oh, 1 more, 2 more. I think Victoria had her hand up first. Victoria.
So, how does this $120 billion go out of the state to fix other states, 35 other states' infrastructures?
You pay federal income taxes. That goes to Washington, D.C. Most of that, about 3/4, goes to pay for services that you actually use, like fraction of California's goods of national security or borders. Then there's about 1/4 left over, which is $120 billion. That does not go to any services that California uses or supports or anything. It goes directly into grants, which are shipped directly from Washington, D.C. to these other states. So this is after you've already paid for everything. They ask for more than they know we need to pay for. And this has gone on for 30 years. We're ignorant about it, so it goes on. So it's probably going to go on another 30 years. I just want to say real quick. If you find this idea new, or you haven't heard this, and you think that maybe other Californians should at least be aware of this fact, and that we should at least have this discussion as a people, we have some flyers on the back. There's a new organization, Californians for Sovereignty. We're building chapters, and we're looking for support. Without your support, this idea will die, and you will continue to be milked, and there will be someone else here in 30 years going, what happened? We need your support. I would deeply appreciate it, and I can guarantee you that future generations of Californians will too.
Thank you. Marcus, thank you so much for speaking to us today, and I think you've left us all with a great deal to think about, I'll put it that way. And I know I'd like to read your book, and I'm sure others would too. In your honor for speaking today, we are giving money to our Rotary International project, which is Polio Plus, and it will be enough to inoculate 40 children against polio in the world. And we've almost eradicated polio throughout the world, as you know. Anyway, thank you so much, Marcus, for speaking and for giving us a lot to think about. And with that, we will adjourn. And see you next week. Remember, look pretty or handsome. Don't wear plaids or prints for your photo. And then we'll also find out all the money that we gave to the charity.
That has nipples.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're on camera.
Can milk
Okay, that's a
anything that has
Sony.
nipples.
What model is it? Happy Cam? Oh, Handycam. Sony Handycam.
Yeah, your name is set to go to see. Okay. When do you need to go to
Congratulations. Next time they have a line at the beginning, I'll make sure there's only one way. If they don't have two, I got to talk to somebody about that. They need 2 lines.
thought this week and I'll get you an answer by the end of the week.
Appreciate that. I went to, took my son many years ago when he was 11 years old. We did karate together. Like, I'm a yellow. I'm doing this. The instructor comes up to me and goes, yeah, I'm okay. Does your doctor know you're wearing? Oh, yeah, what?
Yeah, this is another hard part.
Not unwell.